The story begins. A woman slowly wakes up in the cave. She has been waiting here silently for 10 days. Finally, the kung fu is not as good as expected. There was a slight movement outside as a private plane slowly landed. 100 snipers came out of the cave, the sound of a bang. At a distance of 870 meters. The target was shot to death. This brave female sniper is the heroine of the movie, Sala. After completing the task, Sala returned to Lithuania before her mother's tombstone. She said goodbye to her father for a short time, because tomorrow she is about to embark on a new journey, execute an important task that has lasted for a year. This may be the last time the father and daughter met. As soon as the camera turned, a man on the plane turned around. After biometric identification, her communication equipment and all her documents were searched. Out that Li Wei came this time is to take over JD's job. In the next year, this area will be guarded by Li Wei. His main task is to stay in the tower in front of him. Conduct training on the west side of the valley every day. Here is equipped with solar power generation devices, can also hunt and plant vegetables. More importantly, there is a set of brewing systems, basically meet Li Wei's daily needs, but let a god gunner do such a monotonous job. Obviously not so simple. There is also an armory here. There are a lot of weapons and mines in it. Next is Li Wei's real task. He has to replenish ammunition for the automatic turret on the edge every day. Check if the shield is broken. Protect the big ears. Also need to replenish air-to-ground mines. The so-called big ears is actually the satellite launchers here. There is one every kilometer. The function is to send fake signals to the upper satellite, so that other countries can't detect the existence of here. There is also a tower in the east side of the valley, responsible for patrolling the east side of the valley. There is also a guardian who is equivalent to Li Wei. JD especially told Li Wei, no matter what happens across the street, you must not contact or intervene without permission. This is an iron law. Then JD said seriously, the real task, ensure that things in the valley will not run out. Li Wei was puzzled, asked what was so dangerous. JD said seriously, those things are called astronauts by the seniors. They are extremely terrible. At the end of 1940, one sent a total of 3 battalions. 400 cavalrymen went deep into the valley to encircle the astronauts. The result is unintentional. From then on, this place has been changed to a comprehensive containment strategy. Hearing such a strange thing, Li Wei is confused. I can only find out the truth through my own experience. After the explanation, JD will leave here. Go to the agreed location to take a helicopter home. After tying the rope, JD gets on the plane. After confirming the identity, what welcomes him is a deadly bullet. Li Wei. A year later. It must be the same end. There is obviously a huge conspiracy behind this. Just like this. Li Wei spent 30 days in the tower. Except for some loneliness, didn't encounter any strange things. He repeats the same work every day. Check. Equipment. Record data. And every month to the headquarters. Do a radio report. One day, when Li Wei was picking vegetables in the vegetable garden, I heard the sound of the radio from the opposite tower. This aroused his curiosity. He is about to come to the second floor, use binoculars, to look at the situation on the east tower. A beautiful woman closed her eyes. It turns out that the official movie heroine of the east tower is Sala. The strange thing is Sala seems to have a sense. Turned around and looked at her. Li Wei is a little embarrassed. Hurry to put down the binoculars, and Sala continues to hold that white wood. That night, Li Wei remembered the scene of the day. Can't help but pick up the binoculars again. Look opposite. It turns out that Sala is also observing herself. But JD told Li Wei when he left the guards on both sides of the valley. Forbid mutual contact. This is an iron rule, so the two can only pass. Observe each other from a distance with binoculars. Time goes by. Day by day, another month comes. Tonight is Sala's birthday. She has been alone for 2 months in this special day. Feeling lonely. He used binoculars to look across. Found Li Wei on the balcony, so he plucked up the courage. Write a sentence on the paper, then a gun shot. Li Wei came to the binoculars. saw the message from Sala, but he was like a cloud. Right on the paper. Sala touched a grain of dust. I had to say that today was my birthday. Also emphasize that today's birthday is the biggest. What do you want? Li Wei looked at Sala's persistence. Not only smiled, turn around and take out a bottle of wine. Walk in front of the binoculars, show Sala, and write your name. Also said he wanted to celebrate his birthday with her. The atmosphere suddenly became active, because the guards haven't seen the shadow of the monster. For 2 months, the two became bold tonight. Sala hung the speaker on the balcony, turn up the volume to the maximum. The music of the music box returned in a flash. Then the two were still on the balcony. Show each other how to shoot. You come to me. No one is happy. However, accidents always come unexpectedly. Sala suddenly changed her face, pointing hard to the canyon to the west. Tell Li Wei to check it out. Li Wei looked in the direction he pointed. Fire reddened the entire canyon. After a fierce battle, they finally managed to defend this attack, but they just let it go. Realized us down. Sure enough, a group of hollow people climbed up from the East Canyon. Seeing the crisis on Sala's side, Li Wei, plus the firepower of the automatic cannon. The entire canyon was engulfed in a fire of war. Due to the serious injury, Sala gradually lost her strength, finally passed. Until dawn, Sala just woke up. She looked tired in front of her, but still stick to Li Wei, full of emotion. It turned out that Li Wei married her, guarded her all night after this battle. The friendship between the two is deeper after the battle. They are not only comrades in arms, but also friends who can trust each other. Due to the damage to the equipment caused by the battle last night, the missing ammunition and mines need to be replenished in time. A mysterious aircraft suddenly appeared in the canyon. The strange thing is, automatic cannon directly avoided, did not attack him. It seems that this aircraft is not an enemy. This makes Li Wei and Sala very anxious, more curious about the secrets in the canyon. Time soon came to Christmas on December 25th. On this important holiday, Li Wei decided to give Sala a surprise. She carefully prepared a Christmas tree that would shine, put it in the most conspicuous position, and left a sentence on the balcony. Sala was very moved to see this. The distance between the two was further tightened. In the next 2 months, their relationship quickly warmed up. The canyon is so far away, the two of them play chess together and knock on the shelf together. Let go of the happiness in their hearts. Unconsciously, there is a special affection in each other's eyes and a love for each other. On February 13th, Sala didn't anxious through binoculars to find the cause. It turned out that Sala's father once said that he was sick. Not much time tomorrow. February 14th. She will choose to end her life. So Sala is so sad today. She raised the sign, wrote a sentence to Li Wei. I am very sad today. I really hope you can stay with me. After seeing this sentence, Li Wei lay on the bed and reflected. Finally, made a bold decision. Cross the canyon to see her. Just do it. Li Wei is ready to slide before the rope and launch after. Want to have dinner together tonight? Li Wei tidied up. Pick a beautiful flower. Take a deep breath. Be brave to rush to the canyon. But halfway through, the rope suddenly lacked bit by bit. At that moment, time seems to be frozen. Every second is full of tension and anticipation. Fortunately, there was no danger in the end. Li Wei finally landed safely, as if to see Sala's heart. For half a year, the two of them can only look far into the distance. Today finally crossed the distance of the canyon. Standing face to face, they have dinner together. Candlelight swaying. The atmosphere is warm and romantic. At this moment, all the waiting and effort. It's all worth it. The next day, Li Wei had to step on the way back. Go back to your own West Town tree. In a coma, I don't know when, on the top of my head. A huge centipede staring at her. Just at this moment, Li Wei, her hand, saved Li Wei from danger. Because the canyon is full of unknown dangers. The two must find the cut rope as soon as possible. Leave here. Not far. Away. Suddenly, a strange movement came from the front. The two stopped their steps cautiously, only to see the three riders riding a horse. The Air Force riders slowly appeared. Riders versus infantry has a great advantage. It's a seemingly unsuspecting, downed attack. But in the face of modern advanced weapons, fight trick climbing buckle missing. This news is like a thunderbolt. Let the two fall into despair. This canyon is 500 meters deep. No electric climbing buckle. They seem to be unable to escape, but they didn't give up, believing that the method is always more difficult. After a lot of thinking, they decided to continue along the river. I believe we can find other ways on the killed riders. Li Wei found an important clue. They are wearing the old uniform of the American Army, combined with the Air Force people. Sala Sawan the tower before. There are British soldiers and Soviet soldiers, wearing military uniforms from 1940. It turns out that these riders all complicated. They don't just want to escape, more desperately, want to figure out what happened here, go along the river. They found a destroyed unbearable small village.